Hey, we wanted to highlight this because it looks quite interesting. Pure Pool. This is kind of like a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Pure Pool Pro is coming. It's a pool simulator. And what caught our eye with it is that it's going to be delivered in what has been described as stunning 8K vision. Yes. Pure Pool Pro is going to be supporting resolutions of up to 8K native on capable platforms. And I'm reading just something that came up on Google. Fingerguns.net is saying it's going to include the all-important ray-traced reflections and lifelike physics to ensure you have perhaps the most authentic pool experience ever made in the history of video games, probably. Now, this is on me because Ripstone actually contacted me a while back about Pure Pool Pro and didn't have time to respond. But yes, it is targeting native 8K on PlayStation 5 Professional. Nice trailer, right, John?
I mean, yeah, so are we saying we're going to get 8K 60 with ray tracing?
I think the trailer's
on
30, though, right?
I'm not sure about any
know.
of the ray tracing. I'm just reading what was on fingerguns.net, but I'm sure that you're going to be getting 8K on the Professional, whether it's 60 or whether it's ray traced. Probably not.
I think it's going to be 60 at least, but
The
probably
trailer
not ray
certainly
tracing.
looks great, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean, it's pool, right? But like
Yes.
it's they're able to represent these beautifully round balls with exquisite detail. The cloth on the table, the wood that
Right.
surrounds it. It's it looks, it's a beautiful representation of pool, as they call it at the end there. Q Sports redefined. I like that. So
Q Sports. That's a new one.
but so one of the things that kind of stood out to me that I like is here. So I think the developers behind this had previously worked on Mantis Burn Racing. Isn't that right, Rich?
Yeah, native 4K on PS4 Pro, and actually
Which-
the first 4K video we did.
Correct. And so that's why I found this so fun to see, because like they're back at their old hijinks here, targeting these obscenely high resolutions. And Mantis Burn Racing was pretty cool. And, you know, I think it's cool that they've actually decided to go in on this, and I would like to check it out. The problem, of course, being that I do not have an 8K television. Rich, though, you do.
I do. It's
It has some issues, but-
semi-functional.
It has some issues, I was going to say.
In fact, why don't we put this out there? Because my 8K TV is now in the garage, and where I occasionally power it up just to look at 8K features on the PlayStation 5 Professional. The problem is that half the screen is dimmer than the other half. And I used The Simpsons here to give you some screenshots, which is actually the screenshots that I used to send to the various people who said they could fix it, you know, including LG's own preferred partner for fixing their TVs.
Oh, boy.
And nobody can fix it. Nobody can fix my LG TV. It's an 8K nano cell that they sent us back in the day. And yes, the left half of the screen is dimmer than the right half of the screen. And I use The Simpsons here because it, flat color highlights the issue here. But if anybody can actually fix my 8K TV, drop me a line, because I would actually like to do some 8K coverage, but it's just so annoying when the half of the screen is a completely different color to the other half, a completely different brightness level.
This will make this then the first native 8K game that actually natively supports 8K output then, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because I mean,
there's been
the
upscaling efforts.
The Tourist is internally 8K, but it never got patched with support for the actual 8K output mode. They could theoretically have done that, but they were clearly busy making their new game in their small studio. Other 8K efforts, I think, like Gran Turismo and such, were all, they're relying on PSSR and other tricks to get there, right?
Yeah,
so they're not actually native 8K, but this one seems to actually be proper 8K. So it's a lot of pixels to move around. I mean, it is just a room with a bunch of balls on the table. But I would like to know, I'd be curious, is the audience interested in this? Because they say it's powered by Magma engine. I would actually like to know more about this. and
Yeah,
what they've done
right.
here, because it's cool to see a small studio like this basically still running their own internal technology like that,
Yeah.
and then targeting interesting targets in this way. In targeting targets, that's what you do, I guess.
In
But
a Q sport. Yeah.
I'm kind of curious as to the extent. I mean, we're talking here. I'm just looking at the press release. Ultra realistic physics. So how ultra realistic is it? I mean, it's stuff like cloth simulation, for example, on the
That would be
table
cool.
there. Yeah, I mean, I'm a snooker man myself. I do love to watch the snooker, so I kind of prefer a snooker game. But look at this. The screenshots of the trailer look fantastic. And
let me just say, if Rich comes up to you at Gamescom and says, like, you up for a little snooker or something, we'll just put a little cheeky bit of money on the table. I'm no good at this. Watch out.
I don't play snooker. I watch it.
Yeah. See, he's already doing it.
It's all part of the hustle.
Yeah.
I think we ought to take a closer look at this at some point. I'd be interested to see what they are actually doing on the Pro, and the visuals certainly do look quite nice. It's ray-traced reflections and shadows, apparently, Alex.
Shadows
Yep.
makes sense. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, I'd be curious to see because, like, in the trailer, you can see in the background there's a little bit of like geo back there, but they honestly could have just gotten rid of all that, and it could have just been like a black backdrop with just like like cinematic lighting or something like that. So they are rendering a bit more than that pool table. It appears.
It's true.
And balls.
And balls and
Yes.
tables and the bowls.